anyone that says that they can't get anything done by themselves is insane. Now we got to get this down and out past the Bruce. The only thing I could think of was use the kid's four-wheeler, so just got to get her moving. There we go. There we go. This could probably get a little sketchy. So far, so good. I mean, obviously, it's not ideal. But what could really go wrong? All right, we got to put the GoPro down for this one. Probably one of the most sketchy things I've done in quite some time, but we got it down here. We will now hook it up to the F450 and be good to go. As you can tell, we are doing some spring cleanup here, and things are gonna look a lot better here soon, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. I know you guys always comment I should clean up the house, clean up the yard, yada yada yada, but I run, you know, non-stop from the morning to night, so it's gonna take some time. But anyway, good morning, guys, and welcome to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, I am Senate Steve. We got a good one for you today. Now, I don't know where this is going to take us, so I'm going to end this now, and whatever the title of the thumbnail says, that's probably what we're doing. So stand by and we'll be good to go. Alrighty, guys, well, since Josh pooped the bed on my other GoPro here, yeah, we are heading into the scrap yard. We got a load back there, not much, just cleaning up the yard a little bit. So let's get on the scale here and see how much we got. I'm guessing 11,048 pounds, oh, 40 pounds. 10.8. 10.8. Huh. Well, let's see what it is when we get off. It's all yours, buddy. Coming back on, place your guesses now. 99.20. She's still 10,000 pounds, but it's because we're very low on fuel this time versus when we weighed it before. It had a full tank, so she's a big girl. She's a heavy. All right, guys, so some of you guys do know that this camper has been in my driveway and around for, I'd say, well, my parents bought it brand new. So to start it off, I will say, you know, it is my parents' camper. It has been sitting since probably about 2004. I do know that they drove it to get it inspected the last year, and then it just sat the entire year. But we're gonna start working on this, and we got to get it moved. It's been sitting here for, well, since 2004, so 14, 15 years. It's time that, you know, I move the eyesore. I can't get rid of it, but what I'm able to do is take it and move it from here over, you know, against the fence, and then it'll open up a lot more space for me for a project that we have coming on later on in the next few months. So with that being said, guys, good morning, guys, and welcome to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, I am Senate Steve. That is obviously my F450, and this is my C5 Corvette. Now, if you guys are also new to the channel, or you joined because of the Bruce project, I can assure you the Bruce project is underway. The Bruce project now officially has its own brakes, and I will make a video about that later today. This has been a very, very busy week, as you can tell. If you are not new to the channel, you know there's a bunch of mess here, and I'm in the process of getting it all cleaned up. So let's try to get this camper fired up here, and if not, I can at least try to diagnose where the problem lies. this is probably one of the most nerve-wracking things, but I think I have it narrowed down that it is a fuel pump. So what I went ahead did was made my own little fuel relay system, and we're gonna use the jump box here, sponsored by Amazon, and see if this with another fuel pump that I have laying around for the Corvette is gonna be enough to get it running. So we'll turn the key forward here. Obviously, you know, oh, let me go ahead and start my truck over there. Stand by. Oh, man. She's alive! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! All right, guys, so now, basically, now that it's alive, I'm gonna actually go ahead and get these onto a toggle switch instead of trying to run the jumper box here, because the jumper box is kind of a little frustrating. I'd like to be able to just flip a switch here and, you know, run the fuel pump and things like that. But I think, by golly, we are going to be able to drive this camper out of where it's at right now. And I'm telling you, this thing hasn't moved in 14 years. We're going to give it a shot here, see if it'll run again. Actually, rather than try to mess with it, I'm going to just go grab a toggle switch. We'll toss it on a toggle and I'll be good. Stand by. She's alive. Actually surprisingly doesn't sound that bad, guys. I'm actually sort of impressed. This thing has literally been sitting here for at least 14 years, and it's just sitting here. Now I do have my homemade wiring, and if I ever do want to just shut it off, like if there was a fire or anything like that, obviously I have my fire extinguisher here, but I would just pull this and it would just shut the fuel pump off and things like that. So that's basically how we're going to do it for right now. This is obviously a temporary solution just to get this thing moved, but I'm freaking pumped, guys. The freaking camper is about to move under its own power after 14 years. And I'm telling you, I messed with this thing for now 3.5 days trying to get it going and everything like that. I was gonna drop the fuel tank and everything like that, but the tank straps and everything are pretty rusty. I didn't want to be fighting with it, so I tried to do something down below, make kind of like an inline fuel pump, but that failed. I couldn't get it to fire up, So last resort, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take a gasoline container, cut it open big enough to where I can get a fuel pump shoved down in. I then ran the lines, I disconnected them down by the fuel filter and ran them into the tank onto the pump. So basically it's like, that's the fuel cell, that's how it's acting. And then this is like, you can hear the pump kick on, put her down in there, then you just turn the key naturally and she's good to go. Man, I couldn't be any more pumped, guys. Whew. I'm telling you, this was, you want to talk about something that will defeat you, this will defeat somebody. Let's see if it'll move. Oh yes, she is gonna move in everything. Let me get some things situated. We gotta obviously disconnect the F450 from it, and let's go drive this thing around. I might even take it down the street. Whew. I'm freaking pumped. All right, shut off. I might do this to all my vehicles, just have like a temporary shut off just to mess with people going down the highway, yank it and just disconnect everything. But all right, guys, we are gonna drive this thing, and I don't think I'm gonna drive it up the street, but we're definitely gonna move it around the yard. And I am freaking pumped because, I mean, as you can tell, she's ready to rock and roll. She's literally alive. You guys are gonna witness her first moving under her own power in probably 14 years. Okay, so I completely forgot about all this stuff being back here. I definitely just ran over a fuel tank. freaking backed into the wheel. But guys, she's alive. She is freaking alive. That's how excited I am. Like, look at this. I don't even care about that. The camper moves under its own power. 14 years of just sitting, and it took me 3 days of hard concentrated work, and I don't know how much I'm going to actually show in this video, guys, but that was frustrating to say the least. But it's one of those things where I wanted to get it out, I wanted to get it moved. I tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and I finally made my own fuel pump and my own fuel cell, because that's really the only way I could do it. As you can tell, I'm not sure if you can see, but we have the fuel pump submerged in the gas tank there, well, the fuel cell, and like you see in the wires. I am freaking pumped, guys. So as you do know, the F450 is a beast. It will pull this big old monstrosity around and everything like that, but we don't have to do that anymore. She moves under her own power. Guys, I'm serious. This is so exciting. Like, this thing has been broke for so long, and I've tried to start it. Even this past winter, I tried to start it. I could not get it to run. It's finally running. So there you have it, guys. That's Built Ford Tough for you. All right, guys, if you like the content, please go ahead and smash that like button. Please subscribe. And I mean, who knows what we're gonna do with this thing now. Call my parents and tell them to come get it. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Take care, guys. We'll see you in the next upload. All right, now my goal to get this thing all cleaned up is I think I'm gonna take it and put it up there. Say hi to Bobby, RF Racing. Check him out on YouTube as well. I think we're gonna get the camper up there. We're gonna hope for the best.
Hasn't moved in 14 years. Steve got it running.